We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. To see all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Bobby Flaco is what they call me over here. Skinny Bobby.
Bobby Flaco, everybody. Hey, Bobby.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm fucking doing good.
This is a lot more relaxed than the show that you normally co-host.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that guy's a fucking animal. Let's just get it out there.
Well, let's tell a little bit about. And I was thinking about this today because what happened after high school? Okay, give me the last year of your high school. I want to know the last year.
That's good.
It sounds like a big turning point.
It was. It was. It's funny that you say that because that's when I started to rebel. I was raised by my aunt and uncle who were awesome parents to me. They fucking wanted me to do good.
I just turn this up just a little?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
I was an A student for the most part. Then I started to smoke weed and I quit sports my senior year because I was dually enrolled. My high school was right across.
Sports. So you were on a team sport?
Yeah,
more than one?
Just basketball.
Basketball,
you know what I mean?
No
Back in the
baseball?
day, you know? No, I didn't play. I'm fucking scared to get hit by the ball.
Really?
Yeah, dead ass serious. But
and you could jump to a degree.
back then I could. Yeah, I could dunk a fucking ball. I'm only
Isn't
6
it wild to see and then when you go look at that ring, because where I'll run around Ladyburg, I'll see that hoop and I'm like, I think my knees would blow out just trying to get the torque up enough to even go in that direction through the air.
Yeah, and that's if you can get through your ankles. Like my fucking ankles are the main thing. You know, my knees are coming next, dude. I think, you know, but nonetheless, those are those days. I left basketball behind me because I tried to play a pickup game and I got hurt after.
Tore a tendon.
Well, I sprained the ankle really bad and it just took long to recover. I was like, you know what? I'm not meant for this shit. I'm meant to just play me. I sprained my ankle like Ozzy did, biting the bat's fucking head off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want a little bit more. For a small injury, you wanted a backstory.
Right.
To kind of counteract on how sad the injury actually was.
Yeah.
But a bat story. But you also got to think, Ozzy had to take a rabies needle in the stomach. So bat, stomach.
That's a big fucking needle, too.
Yeah, it's a big, long one, and they have to go into your stomach.
I have a feeling that Ozzy didn't. He was probably down for that. That guy was nuts. How he's been portrayed in, like, you know, he was a nutcase.
Yeah, he still is. But you know what? He's still doing it.
Yeah.
All the artists that started of that generation, I saw Ozzy at Download Festival, I think 3 years ago. And I walked past because he was clearly doing a main stage show in an outdoor music festival. Yeah. And every time I walked by, I had to stop and go, this is such a good production. Like, the show was polished.
Yeah.
He had like a 15, 20-minute movie that would open up about from baby pictures to him growing up in the music industry and all his antics. And then he comes out on stage. But it looks like this is a dead icon who's about to perform some of the best songs he's ever written.
Right.
In front of a bunch of
newbies.
British people. People from all over the world come to see music at that festival. Yeah.
As Download Festival?
Download Festival. You know it.
Yeah. Dude, Ozzy, I mean, he's right up there. I mean, if he's not beyond, it's hard to say beyond Robert Plant, but to me, Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin were my two favorite fucking. Yeah. Still, like I go back to them always whenever I need some juice.
Sabbath is, if I had to stick to one discography and one artist, it'd be every Sabbath. The first album came out the year I was born,
Oh, shit.
I'll revisit the music that was made the years I was born, because usually ages 1 to 10, you're only kind of listening to what's on the radio.
Yeah.
And Sabbath was just a band in that era that just carried through my entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, that's
it's
fucking wild. Yeah.
It's crazy. What year were you born?
91.
91.
Fucking 91, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
That was a crazy time for me.
What were you doing?
All of it.
Yo, tell
Everything.
me. I want to know because I was just coming out the fucking womb. I didn't know anything.
I was living in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. They say the Pittsburgh of Canada.
I've never been to Pittsburgh.
Neither
so.
have I. But people I've met from Pittsburgh, the way I described it to them, they would say, yeah, it sounds like where I'm from. So it's industrial, steel town, rusty, apocalyptic. There's some beautiful parts of it. They've tidied it up a little bit. But in 1991, I've been out of high school since 89. And you know what? I might have this photo. I was thinking about this. I'm going to pull this up while we're talking.
Do it.
But in 1991, I actually found a video of... I hate when it beeps. If I can find it here.
Dude, that's crazy that you were fucking out of high school and I was just now being fucking born.
Yeah, it went by very quickly. That's why you need to enjoy yourself while it lasts. This is you're gonna shit when you see this. So this is literally how I looked and what was happening in 1991. If I can find this thing, I was back home.
Yeah.
This is in my hometown. This is a guy with his groceries getting jerked off in a doorway.
Oh shit! Somebody's jerking him. Oh damn! She's giving him that like fucking like the forward hand.
Yeah,
she's leaning
face to face.
Yeah, face. She has her. It's almost like they're hugging each other with their chins, and she's just tugging on it like.
Well, he's holding his groceries. He's got his groceries bags in his hands. Anyway, that's the kind of place
you grew up in.
Oh, where is it? Oh, so there's.
I wish they were
that's
doing
1991.
Look at you. Yo, you sent me a picture whenever you had your fucking hair like that, dude.
So that's 1991. I'm just getting ready to shave my head and move to Vancouver. And 93, I think, spring of 93, I moved to Vancouver. Started doing comedy in 96. So you were 6 years old or 5 years old?
When you was yeah, dude.
I did my first show.
Dude, that fucking year was significant for me because that's whenever I got taken in by guardians. Like I went under the whole fucking like I guess foster.
Yeah, foster care.
Yeah, and I got taken in by my guard in '96. Moved to a different city where I ended up staying and growing up at, and eventually went to college from there. But that's crazy.
How old were you when into foster care?
Well, I was 5, and I didn't have to go into foster care because I got taken in by family. I got adopted by family. I got legal guardians. Luckily, I'm Mexican, so we have a huge family. So, yeah, dude, tons.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
When I moved to California, I was like, they all get along. There's 30 deep, eating together, related neighborhood, very communal.
Yeah,
I never seen that before. And they seem to see that people watch each other's kids and kind of keep an eye out for one another.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, I would say that in like where we were at in the little hub, small town, it was like, where I went to school, predominantly Mexican. Then there were blacks, and then the minority were whites where I was at. So it's like even the whites kind of had that shit, or they were married into a Mexican or a black family. So everybody was communal. But on the outskirts of town, you would start to see. We would date outside of our school, right? Like, the other volleyball players. Mm-hmm. And I remember my girlfriend at the time, she was from a school where it was predominantly white. And she was just like, man, you and your family get along so well. Yeah. Like, me and my family never have, like, dinners and barbecues together. And if we do, it's because my mom's getting drunk with her wine friends and blah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all very, okay, everyone get together and try and have a good time.
Yeah.
Opposed to like, oh, we're just, this is a routine of a family coming together.
Right.
Different mojo altogether.
Yeah.
But what I didn't know is in Mexico, no burritos.
No. Oh, yeah. No, I guess that's in America. I've never realized that. They're just really big ass tacos over there.
They don't have any burritos.
They don't.
I felt foolish asking for burrito. And they
Where at? What part of Mexico?
In Mexico City.
That's
on the
deep,
street.
right?
Yeah, it was deep. We were in, I thought, like a lot of things that I'd seen in movies and television shows, like the little cart with a speaker on it.
Yeah.
Tamales,
Yeah.
patoretas, banana. And I didn't know it was on a loop. There was nobody even talking.
Oh, yeah.
It was just on a loop. And it was at like, first of all, the streets were dead. There was no one around, and this tamale vehicle was moving through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And there was no one. Like, who's out there at 4 a.m. buying tamales?
You would never know, and sometimes those dudes got more than tamales in those little carts. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
maybe he was calling me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Damn it.
That's how they do it over there. They know what the fuck
3
they're
in the
doing,
morning,
yeah.
of course. Those tamales were extra hot.
They're usually selling their shit with that little cart a block down from the fucking headquarters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's just the truth. Whenever I was younger, I think 14 was the last time I went to party in Mexico because we were so close. We would go fucking party in Mexico, almost like how you were talking about Windsor.
Yeah.
For the Detroit kids, it's the same for us down south. We would go because down there. I mean, they're. I don't even know what the fucking legal drinking age is. You can just drink
7,
in Mexico.
yeah.
You just drink. You just go to the window and order it. So I would go get fucked up. That's like the first time I actually danced with a girl and she was grinding on me like in front of my family and they were like, okay.
How's your Spanish? Because that could help.
Yeah, it does. I'm good enough. Like I'm good.
Get
I'm
you out
not,
of those bad situations or
Yeah.
what have you, you know.
somewhat. Like I could be like, hey, I'm your people. Yo soy
They don't give a
Mexicano.
fuck from what I heard. They're not a
don't.
big fan of Latin Americans.
Yeah, well, they're not a big fan of fucking anybody that's not gonna cough up whatever they want
Sure.
from them. You know, I mean, it's like that, but there's also ways to avoid that. You just stay to the main street and don't go looking for the shit that you think you want. You know,
Totally. And being drunk and creating a fuss,
Yeah.
it just sends out a beacon as a victim. That person is about to get fucked up, either jail or murdered.
right. Well, especially over there,
And
it is scary.
they're coming all the time.
Well, that's why it stopped. I mean, well, I'm 31 now. Like I said, the last time that me and my family went down there for fun was 14, but they used to be a regular thing. Like people
Yeah.
would go to Progresso, it was called, and you could walk across the bridge, go get fucked up during the day, come back, and then you're home. You know? But it's not like that no more. It's just not safe. Period. It's not even safe on this side of the fucking border, that close to Mexico. You know?
And just over the last, 20 years?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
over the last 20 years.
And that's all cartel related violence that's really fucked up the tourism. Because
Yeah.
it was a walkover. Friends of mine in California would say they would go walk into Tijuana. Some of them would tell me that some of them forgot their passports. And they go, only an American would be cocky enough to try and get back into their own country without a passport.
Right.
And they let them through. I don't know if that's the case now, but they said there was a lot of walking back and forth.
Dude, imagine it not being the case and you getting fucking stuck over there. It'd be terrible. But I do want to go to TJ because I've heard a lot of good things. I still have friends that go over there.
Hong Kong, the strip club is called Hong Kong.
yeah, I've heard about that too.
Yeah, Hong Kong.
That's where I gotta go, man.
Yeah, I went over there to do some shows and with a friend of mine, and we went to the seafood buffet before we were leaving town. We're like, we're gonna go eat a good meal, and went to this special seafood buffet place, and we were literally sitting like at a dinner table here. The window was here. Okay, there was about a 6 foot down to the parking lot. The car's parked. The front of the car bumper is up a brick wall that the window's beside.
Yeah.
And the restaurant's on this side. Someone knocked the window out and grabbed my friend's computer bag, one of those square laptop bags. But it was all his dirty laundry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they just took some clothes and stuff, but I couldn't believe it. We're literally, if the window hadn't been there, you could have touched the front of the car and they got in and out. But I think I think their fix was in this parking guy would tell them park over there, and then they would he'd do a look over in the car before we picked our spot.
They all got scams like that.
Yeah.
Even the police down there are in to the point where they'll fucking be connected with somebody who sells you a drug.
Yeah.
They'll sell you something, and the cops are in on them selling, so they can go arrest your ass and take you to a fucking Mexican jail. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we got stopped by the cops in Tijuana on the way out after a delicious fish dinner. They cooked the whole fish on the fry.
Yeah, it's good over there.
Oh
it's
man,
right off the coast, man.
And we're all just that was great. We had a good time. We're going back to California, and middle of the day, all of a sudden, all the police cars pull over. And they're yelling at each other in Spanish. And he said because it was a Jeep Cherokee, which is a well-known smuggling vehicle because of the compartments or whatever it may be. And my friend's yelling at him. And I could see that it was escalating. People are coming out of their houses. There's more police showing up. And then I go, what are you saying? He goes, this is embarrassing. My friend's a famous comedian from Canada. And they pull up my Canadian passport and they let us go.
Nice.
They gave us a Canadian pass.
Nice.
I was so lucky. The whole direction of it completely changed. I don't know. Like we were talking about Canadians, you've traveled. You've been to a few places. Right. You've run into a few of my countrymen.
Yeah.
What was your what was your drinking experience with a bunch of Canadians?
I always had a pleasant exchange with Canadians. Always. Anytime I've met them.
Except Jared Nathan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean that guy's
always got half a cake batter in the corner of his mouth while he's trying to fuck your wife. It's like, dude, show some class, man. Yeah. He's always flicking his balls through a hole in his pocket.
Nice.
Trying to give you a hickey.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Are you crying?
That's rock and roll, baby.
Jared, if he's just too lazy to do anything, he just puts his thumbs up, like whatever. It's the biggest fuck you can do to someone. I don't really appreciate it.
Hey, I always wondered about fucking why. Like, I've never gotten this metaphor on South Park. Why they make Canadians have fucking trash can heads?
I don't know. I think because I think they degenerate, what do you call it? Reverse engineer a South Park character. So what's more simple than circles and the stick?
Yeah.
It's just instead of the mouth, we'll just make the fucking head move. It's very condescending. You're laughing. This is a hate crime.
I know, but I've been watching South Park forever, and I never got that.
Trust me, we're cool with it. It's a form of humiliation through simplicity.
Yeah.
So this is simple and is primary as you clearly. It looks like kids had cut some colored paper and it just kind of moves like that.
Yeah.
But instead of giving us the luxury of a mouth that changes. Not only that, our legs swing out and our heads flip around and it just kind of bobbles on top of our jaws. Yeah, they did a good job. We're very proud. As most Canadians, we just like to have an honorable mention.
Yeah.
No matter in what context. We can take it.
I mean, that's fucking the best, longest running fucking funny show that holds up, dude. I mean, that raised me.
Let's be honest. I think they've overextended themselves with the hatred towards Canada. Like, there's a lot of Canadian episodes.
Yeah.
Especially when the Prime Minister speaks.
Oh, yeah.
Or some authority figure from Canada. They just totally dismiss it as...
Prince. They had that fucking Prince of the Pudding. Yeah, dude. And they had the fucking royal pudding. Oh, my God, dude. I can't stop. It just doesn't stop with those dudes.
It's the greatest thing ever that's ever been on television.
Yeah,
I think.
But they got away. I actually studied in college because I did public relations, so to do media marketing and shit.
Okay.
And they talk about it. They just say that that's one of the fucking shows like that. They can get away with so much because of media law. It's like that's all satire. So for you to even try to come and be like, you're slandering me. It's like, no, like Kanye tried to fucking go after them whenever they were doing the fish sticks. I mean, that fucked him up, dude. I remember that's whenever he got the fucking lesbian
still
hair
getting
color.
yelled at that fish.
Yeah.
Like, you know how people
He
are.
hates it.
Like Howard Stern fans.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're malicious, and I can see South Park fans carrying that kind of... Yeah. It's gonna be hard to be Kanye some days.
And he just paints a target on his face, dude. He's a fucking bullseye. He does it, but I think that's part of the genius of his marketing. He's one of the most famous people in the world because he's always on your screen. He's always on the scroll.
It's crazy.
I mean? Yeah,
it's crazy. When College Dropout had come out, I was like, wow, this is a nice, cool branch of hip hop I haven't seen in a long time. and I didn't know if it was going to stick. But now with everybody that's a rapper has a reality show, has a bottle of wine, their own shoes.
Yeah.
It's a nope.
Is it good?
Yeah, we're good. I have to do that from time to time.
That's all right. But you're right. They all got something. I mean, they got plenty of somethings. They got their brands of their fucking wine, their shoes.
Yeah. Well, you've seen it in the music industry, especially over the last 10 years. It's like, who doesn't have a bottle of liquor with their name on it?
Money. You're gonna make. I mean, if you're fucking tied into some fucking label, or you're counting on money from streams through a fucking third party, which is Spotify, which is, I mean, if you're not Rogan or somebody else that's getting that amount of fucking play, which isn't musicians now, like, or Kanye maybe is getting paid off, but even then, he went and made his own fucking streaming platform.
Didn't he create his own streaming device now?
For Donda
recently?
too, yeah, just so he can make all. And dude, people were buying that shit for like $300.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people, so he knows what he's doing innovative wise, but you got to do that kind of shit in the music industry, because otherwise you're not going to make no fucking money unless you tour your dick into the dirt, you know?
And that's hard.
Fuck yeah.
It's hard. I don't know. Like, that's part of the reason when I moved it to Vancouver, I was considering music and comedy. I was more 70% comedy and about 30% music. I didn't know what form it was going to take, but hanging out with the bands and seeing how the dynamic and what it took to make a show happen. Yeah. And there's 4, 5, 6 other people, not to mention the other people on the bill. It's getting everything in place for a beer ticket a lot of times. And I was like, wow, I don't really want to be hustling for a beer ticket and have somebody in the band calling sick, right? Or quit.
That's the hardest part, dude. You know what I mean? That's the fucking hardest part, is that you're
just getting to the show and setting up is a huge accomplishment.
Well, at that point, everybody's accountable. I can't show up and do what I'm supposed to show up and do if one of the other guys doesn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because then that's not the fucking band that people came to see, and that's where it gets fucking hairy. But you know, that's why it's a special thing to find. Like what I got with fucking the Nether Hour boys, dude. Like, we have all been friends. Before we even started playing together, we were already hanging out and started with jamming in the living room, being like, damn, we should fucking do something with this. We started doing something with this for drink tickets. You know what I mean? The worst times of the fucking day, dude. Yeah. And then one thing led to another, and here we are now. But I mean, you got to eat shit at anything for a while, at least. You know what I mean? there's like a 0.0001% of people who
it's
just
all
jump
shit.
on. Yeah.
You just get better at eating it.
Right. There you go.
I show up with a spoon now. I used to be like, just give me a bite of that sandwich near the corner where there's less poo. Now I'm like, I'll scrape it all out, start, and then eat the bread as a chaser. But it's all shit sandwich.
But that's really a good way to fucking put it, dude. Once you become callous to that, it's almost like, and you don't ever want the nerves to go away. Like, I've noticed that. Like, when I got a little bit of nerves, it almost it's that fucking new high. It's like chasing the first time high, right? But needless to say, it's almost good to not be so nervous as most people would whenever they're starting out, because I'm not. Like, now I'm eager. I get fucking eager. Like you just said, you're ready to scrape that shit off the bread and eat the bread last. I'm the same fucking way, dude. Yeah, like, it's like I just want to go out here and get it done. Yeah.
I know there's bread at the end of the shit.
Yeah.
Right?
That's so good.
But it is you really being nervous to a degree where it's going to hinder your performance. You kind of look, you're not going to die. Yeah. You might break a string, but it ain't the end of the world. Right. But when you get to that first
this motherfucker's
listen to this.
Oh, he stopped here.
Hey, asshole.
Yo.
We can hear you snoring. And so can the people downstairs.
Fucking Jared Nathan, dude.
What a fucking animal.
Love him.
Took a swing at a cop last night. Ended up giving his horse a blowjob.
Oh!
He was hammered.
How was that?
Show him where the horse bit you on the back of the neck while he was fucking you, you sick fuck. You're sick. Oh, double fingers.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, he's got his plate full. He's got 3 or more Kill Tonys and some shows to do before it leaves.
It's South by week, dude. So thank you for fucking squeezing me in there. We're all fucking really doing something. I guess right now you're just kind of fucking bouncing around, right?
Holding it down in Austin until I can leave for my tour in August.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna try to be in fucking at least the Norway part with you. I really do want to come over there. That'd be awesome, at least for like a week.
I'm trying to work it closer to the
warmer part.
Is this just beeping because I'm having a stroke?
I didn't hear that beep. That.
It's probably Jared. He's playing video games on the corner.
What the fuck?
Last 2 weeks of October, there's like 13 shows in Denmark.
Yeah.
And then
November.
I'm trying to get it more in August.
Oh, okay.
Because the weather's going to be great.
Yeah.
And come November, it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
November 1st, there's going to be snow.
Yeah.
Most likely. Or minuses. And being in Oslo in August will be really nice.
Yeah.
And taking the train. I know you were kind of leaning towards Norway.
Yeah.
But I think you probably enjoy Sweden.
Yeah, I mean, I like all those. I want to go to any of those places. I think
Sweden's your jam. You're once I cinch up the itinerary, I'll have a whole travel plan and stuff.
Like pigtails and plaited skirts, you know what I mean, and just big old fucking mugs of beer and just horny white women. It's my favorite. I want to go.
Well, hey, you're 6 foot, so you'll be just about average height over there.
Yeah, they're all big motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I think it's 6 foot plus is the average.
Yeah,
they're super tall.
Well, hopefully their dicks don't line up with that, dude. I'm all right over here. I'm doing all right over here. I go over there and that shit's.
Oh, as soon as they hear your accent, it's over.
Yeah.
They hear my accent, they think I've been in a motorcycle accident. Like the Canadian accent doesn't really fly that well. It's not on the women's wish list of like the desirables. Like you're Texan?
Yeah, Texican.
You're Texican. Would your accent be? Would people pick up on the crossover for sure? Or?
Oh no! Typically, people just know I'm from Texas.
Yeah, it is a Texas.
Yeah, people were just like, "Dude, you're from Texas."
Yeah.
Anywhere I've gone, like I'm in California, Colorado, fucking Florida. No, because Florida is like still that. Like people got fucking. They sound even crazier than that, dude. It's like almost the further southeast you go, because in Louisiana...
They want it so bad. They want to be Texans so bad.
Yeah.
But they don't want to live there.
I want to fucking... I wish that we had a fucking Miami in Texas. Oh, my God. Jesus, dude. I just... You know what I mean? I fantasize about that place every day. I actually watch... Most of the porn I watch probably takes place in Miami.
Really?
So I'm fantasizing about it every day.
Is there a specific kind of brand of lady that comes out of... Miami?
I just feel like they all, they look the part. they objectify themselves in a good way, you know what I mean, willingly. You know what I mean? They know they got the ass and the titties.
Yeah.
And they're wearing barely anything. And I'm here for it.
It's very sexual.
Yeah, I'm feminist in that sense. I'm here
Show me your holes.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that what you told me in the restroom? Show me your holes, ladies. And I'm like, 2 doors down.
Yeah,
Yeah, who doesn't love a fucking nice ass?
That guy Jared's got a big fucking
Listen to
ass
this.
on him.
Hey, shit lips. You're ruining my career. No, you're
He
snoring.
did a fucking twitch.
He's got his hand in it. His face is in a KFC bucket. Just breathe.
Yeah, he got one hand in his fucking pants.
He'd be on my couch some nights doing his fucking snoring routine, sleep apnea, and it sounded like someone was strangling him with a plastic bag in his sleep. It was insane. But anyway, we're all going to die alone. You've got shows probably every night for the next week, I would think, right?
Yeah, Thursday's going to be the only time off, which I'm going to take in to go enjoy myself or just relax. But no, I'm excited, dude. I'm just
How's
excited.
the throat? Because that's a big deal.
It is.
Especially day 4 when it's totally blown out and you still got 3 more shows.
Right. Well, so what I do to avoid that
is buy better drugs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will say that the mushrooms will definitely help me break those barriers of... it's just weird, dude. A lot of that shit's in your mind. And if your mind is trained to believe that, all right, after 3 gigs, my voice is dead, it's almost like you start to feed into it. To me, I'm like, as long as I'm drinking water all fucking day...
Hydrate.
And I drink tea, you know what I mean? The fucking ginger, turmeric, fucking
Yeah.
honey, the whole works. Every day I drink fucking tea.
Do you use a nitty pot?
No, I just go get it from fucking...
No. Where you put warm water through it and clean out all your sinuses?
No, I should. There's other methods that I want to try to make it even easier.
It's it's super easy. I use the squeeze bottle one, but I've had a couple busted noses and I get inflammatory.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I use this sea salt flush.
Yeah.
And
Get all that shit out of there.
fucking pancake oysters flying out of your nose.
Those are the best fucking oysters to eat too, because they get you a little bit of fucking, you know.
I remember in some Eastern European country doing terrible drugs. I think most of it was broken glass and speed.
Yikes.
And I blew my nose in the shower, and this scabbed pancake landed on the side of the shower wall and slid down like some sort of alien had coughed up a lung. It was so bad. It had a spongy texture to it.
It's almost like a piece of your brain. Like you're like, is that fucking
I think
part
it was
of my
my
fucking brain?
Yeah. I think there was some brain stem attached to it.
There's been one part where I picked a booger out of my fucking nose that just it didn't stop at a booger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had it and I was like, oh, that's a fucking big one. And
Yeah.
It was after one of those nights. You know, it was kind of maroon.
You can feel it behind your eye as you're tugging on
exactly,
it.
dude. It fucking came. That's how deep. I was like, oh, and it was just like I was like, that's a piece of fucking melted brain right there. And I ate
Hey,
it.
asshole!
What?
You're just snoring.
I didn't.
Oh, let's do the playback. Yep, you're snoring.
He needs one.
He sleeps face down in the pillow, breathing through his eyes.
He needs one of my fucking brain boogers. Is what he needs. Fucking perk up, motherfucker. You about to go up on stage in a little bit, boy.
He just does the marijuana, and he took some acid a couple of days ago. Chased spiders around his apartment with a golf club.
Yeah, that's why I can't even fucking smoke till later when I'm done. I love weed. It's probably my favorite thing, but
Yeah.
it just makes me too chill. You know what I mean? I'm already fucking. I don't know, dude. I'm chill by nature, but then there's those days where I'm not chill and I'm kind of fucking like I said, anxious. You know what I mean? Like I don't need like Adderall and shit most of the time, but I love me a lot of caffeine.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it is. I love to be uppity with it.
Yeah, I do. I drink a couple pots of coffee a day. I got
yeah.
4 different. We'll have some coffee after this. I
Dope.
got a bunch of different things.
Hell yeah.
What's happening? What do you got planned for the rest of the year? Are you guys going to go on the road outside of Texas?
So we want to. We're going on the road in Texas with our buddies in the Ellis Bullard band, Ellis Bullard Music. They're fucking real good honky tonk shit, psychedelic honky tonk.
We should probably mention the name of the band.
Yeah, Ellis Bullard.
No, your band.
Oh yeah, Nether Hour. So
We never brought it.
I play with Nether Hour. We're going to be on the road with them. I know we're going to Dallas and maybe San Angelo. I forget the other ones. I'm a piece of shit with our schedule. I got to look into that. But we do plan to at least make a run through like the Colorado part. So New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado. We would also like to do a Flow-Bama run. You know what I mean? Like for our little southern country folk. Make it down to Florida and then back. But that's the only thing in the works. Not necessarily anything bigger than that yet. We're very lucky here in our own backyard. I will say that.
You guys are getting comfortable.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, first of all, everybody loves you guys.
Right.
You're kind of a local, not within only in the music community, but now in the comedy community, you couldn't be more closer to the front.
Right.
And that's great. It's really nice, right?
It's cool, but exactly what you said is what I felt the other day. I just told Bercy, my bass player, I was like, dude, this is where people plateau. You know what I mean? With that complacency.
You're in Canada.
Yeah.
It's a Canadian show. Like, within a few years, you can outgrow Canadian show business. If you don't change and then you're playing in L.A., you've paid to go on at the Whiskey, and there's 9 people there, and you're on at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Or sold out shows at the Vulcan in front of all your friends and their families and some of the coolest motherfuckers around the country.
Right, but the best thrill I get anytime, dude, any fucking time. And needless to say, it could be one of those smaller gigs that we play. It's whenever somebody pulls up and they're like, this is the first time we've gotten to see you guys play, or the first time we've heard you guys. And yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like all about expansion. We want to do it. It's just, dude, we were actually on par to go and travel a lot of places. We were setting it up, but then pandemic
What do you
hit.
think of this?
What is this motherfucker right here?
I got one coming next week, but this is a friend's. I don't know if it's playable.
I'll see it. Let me see. I'll tune this motherfucker up for you real quick. Yeah, no, but so we're gonna hit the road, dude, because you're absolutely right. And the thing is, post pandemic, we were just lucky to even get booked anywhere.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, and this is where we're blessed, because I know a lot of very, very good musicians that play here, and just the Austin, and we just get taken care of better. Obviously, you know, Tony putting us in good hands and shit like that. Ron seeing us helps us out a lot. But
And you're getting good press.
right.
Yeah.
And which is another thing that bands didn't have a lot back in the day as far as their phones. You know what I mean? Like, you had to have that press motherfucker pulling up with the camera and the person that was going to write that article and push it, you know what I mean, to the masses. Now,
It took so long.
yeah, exactly.
The process was so long. There was too many cooks in the kitchen.
This is a Yamaha. This is a bad. Whose buddy is? What is this? Who got this fucking guitar? It's a nice guitar.
Is it a nice guitar?
Yeah, it's a nice Yamaha. The action, everything about it, the sound is going to be tuned up.
Yeah.
This is a fucking good one.
I've got a Gibson SG coming next week.
What color is it? Black or is it red?
I got the black. My uncle's a violin maker, and he knew I'd never learn how to play a violin, but he said he could make me a guitar if I was interested.
Oh shit!
And Tony Iommi's always been a,
SG.
Yeah, the Batwing one. So I'm going to start fiddling with it, but I figure the acoustic's a good way as a starter to
Yeah.
get up to playing some sort of electric. But I've seen you guys, you guys
We do both.
rock and roll. Yeah, you guys, you do some cool. But how many? You don't really do a lot of covers, though, do you? Handful of show.
Yeah, about a handful of show. We know more. We just don't fucking got them as dialed in as we would like, but.
Well, you're also working on your own shit.
Yeah, and we also do write a lot, like on the spot, man. Like that's how we really got our fucking chops up. Just playing, literally, like I said, sometimes 3 p.m., 4 p.m. on a fucking Wednesday.
Yeah.
To 3 people. One day that ended up being Tony and fucking Ron White.
Yeah.
It just happened like that. That's the kind of gig it was. It was like that. It was like we were fucking playing. There was 4 people there, 2 more walking, and it's those motherfuckers. And I was like, oh shit.
That's cool.
Then we ended up.
The rest is history.
Yeah, dude, we ended up hitting it off, and there's that. And I mean, just to be fucking honest, dude, like I still clean pools a couple days a week during the day. You know what I mean, it keeps them flowing. But other than that, everybody else is full-time music in my band. So yeah, exactly. And
That's huge.
Yeah,
That's huge.
Yeah, it is. I just want to fucking get us to the point where we're doing it the right way. But
Yeah.
I think it's all steps, and I don't want to overwhelm nobody or make nobody feel like,
I smell a trip to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada for the Danger Cats Comedy Festival with
fuck.
Nether Hour as the musical guests.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there. Jared's doing the show.
I would have a blast. That's another place I've always wanted to go, and I hate to say it like this, but I've always loved Trailer Park Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
great. It's so good. Come on. Look, separate Mr. Leahy's best of.
Yeah, dude.
The best physical comedy, like him being drunk, there's nothing more.
No.
Who does it better?
No, and that's the thing. Well, he didn't even really fucking drink that much, right? Or did he method act?
That's the thing. I was told that he was. It wasn't that he never drank. It was he was sober during those. But then I talked to friends of mine that booked him for live shows and goes, those guys were fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Wasted.
Yeah.
Where some of the shows were really bad.
Right.
They were so fucked up.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, really drinking. They go, drinking and. Yeah. So Mr. Leahy went out like a rock star.
Yeah, he did.
For reals.
R.I.P. fucking Jim Leahy.
Yeah. So you'll definitely get a taste of that. And you being from Texas, you're going to see, like when you saw first of all, when Sam and Hack got to Texas, they look local.
Yeah.
As you're going to have a hard time explaining that you're from Texas
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Canadians.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, I went to high school with you. I know, like.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You
though.
would
I
have a great
fucking
time.
love that.
Calgary Stampede, whenever that is, that's a good time to go. If you've ever seen a chuck wagon race.
I've never.
Never seen chuck wagon
dude,
race?
Fuck no.
Dangerous.
I'd love to. Yeah, well, I'm here for it. I love to embark on the chaos, bro. I'm so here.
Yeah,
for that
I know. But you're not. I've never seen when you and Jared were talking about this. You've been consistently you since the day I met you, which is not happened to everybody.
Right.
There's a lot of people who've morphed into other things over the last year because of the environment's changed.
Isn't that strange to see though? Like how it's, you know what I mean? It's not that they're fucking shapeshifters. People were coming into their own, dude. And I think a lot of people come to Austin to do that. So I, being who I am and have been around here for a long time, like I've only lived here truly since 2016, but I went to college right down the road and I was here since I was fucking 19 years old, playing music on 6, cutting my fucking
Seen them
teeth.
come and go. Yeah.
So you get to see that shit happen a lot, and more so in the last like 3 or 4 years. There's a lot of people coming here to find themselves. You know what I mean? So that's what I consider that. You know what I mean? So I don't take it with nothing. I see people, I'm like, all right, well, good. You know what I mean? As long as, but when you start seeing people change their skin ever so often, it's almost like, all right, what the fuck's really going on here?
Yeah, it's like, how many more versions of yourself am I going to see
Before you lock into who the fuck you are, maybe.
And not to be trusted. In most cases, somebody that's constantly changing on over themselves. But where can people find you?
Well, people can find me. I am Bob Flaco 13 on Instagram, but primarily I'm doing everything with my band, who is at Nether Hour, and that's gonna be like the Netherlands, but in reference to time. So yeah, you can find us on there. We're always playing everywhere right now. All over Austin for South by, but we are going to be traveling through Texas come April and May, and then hopefully towards the end of the year, I'm going to be expanding this outside of Texas. You know, me and the boys.
I honestly think there's a trip to Alberta in there for you guys.
Well, we would
it's
love
not
to.
that far, and you fit in with that side of the country
Well,
perfectly.
we clicked hard, dude, with fucking Hack, dog. Like, whenever he was down here. And that's whenever we first came into the scene. Like, that was our beginning into the, you know what I mean, into the comedy atmosphere. So, when that happened, it was like, you know what I mean, they came with open arms. I got to hang out with him, fucking Brett, Sam Walker, great. So, I love all those dudes. I'm down. Like, I fucking want to go hang out with you guys in your fucking, you know what I mean, in your territory. Yeah.
They'll go out of their way to show you some very local shit. You'll get a kick out of it. And not to mention, Hack's fan base are pretty crazy. A lot of Albertans. It's very it's very Trailer Park Boys-esque.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Fubar?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to send you a couple Canadian things that you would never have come across. But if you like Trailer Park Boys, Fubar is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's about small Canadian towns with lunatics that you could probably relate to. I don't know. What do I have coming up? I have shows coming up starting probably in the middle of August and the west coast of Canada. I don't know. September, Ontario, October, Scandinavia, and then, big Canada Day show here. Oh, you know that picture I show everybody of my friend's blown out asshole?
Yeah.
That guy's coming at the end of June.
Is that that's his asshole?
That's my buddy Boomer's asshole.
God.
It's gaping, right?
I don't get it.
Have you seen it?
Every fucking day you said it to me.
What is that? Like a hobby? Does he gape as a hobby?
He's a fireman in my hometown.
Shit.
Actually, on top of that, do you know the show Letterkenny?
Yeah, I do know Letterkenny.
He's Boomtown on Letterkenny.
Whoa,
that's
him.
Boomtown,
Boom,
that's
what
him.
the fuck?
That's Boomer's asshole.
Jesus God.
So you're gonna meet that guy.
I
You're gonna
never
see his
thought-
face.
I'm gonna watch that show with a whole different fucking
You're
perspective.
gonna go, I've seen that guy's asshole.
asshole.
See that? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
He's seen it about 200 times. It's how I get people's attention if they're ignoring me, because that's undeniably unpleasant. Thanks for watching, everybody. You can check me out on the internet. There'll be some things coming to light. I'll be posting dates April 1st with a couple of other things, so watch out for that. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, dude.
We're gonna have a fucking great summer. I can feel it. It's already hopping. South by Southwest is on. Austin is electric, and it smells like piss.
Yeah, it does, baby. You know, that's when you know it's a party. Well, let's go hop into that shit, boy.
Let's go do some water slides. Jared, I got to take him for a run in the park so he doesn't shit the bed tonight. And I've been Jason Rouse, and you guys have been awesome. Check out all my shit, and I'll look at yours too. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Thank y'all.
We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mixed up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe word with Jason Rouse.